Thunder. We have number 51. I don't have a number for 51 here.
That's probably either Keith Barbie, Richard Gallaudian.
But we do have confirmed 58, Eric Summers. I believe that's number 1, Edward Thomas. And is that number 2, James Harris? Meanwhile, for the Dayton Sharks, the two captains being represented there are quarterback Tommy Jones and defensive back Vittorio Jones.
Vittorio
Jones. I knew I messed up the moment I said it.
Yeah, Vittorio. He's been here for about 3 or 4 years now, and he used to work. I don't know if he still does, but he does work at the with the Dayton Diamonds, or not at Dayton Diamonds, Dayton Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
In the front office. So.
And just for curiosity, the Dayton Diamonds, I believe as of now, former women's football team run by a very close friend of ours,
Tanya Jackson, and talked to her earlier today.
She excited about this game?
Oh yeah, she loves football. I mean, she'll sit there on a Sunday and watch 8 games at one time.
Well, that's what you get with the NFL Sunday ticket.
Yep.
Here's the coin toss.
Let's see who gets to kick off first.
Here's the tail, and Detroit has won the toss, and they have decided to defer to the second half. I think the kicking, just looking at this arena here, comparing it to what we saw in Bluegrass, the kicking game is going to be a little bit different. The ceiling here at Hera is much lower than it was at the Alltech Arena in Lexington.
The Dayton, or the Detroit Thunder have won the toss and have deferred to the second half. The Sharks will receive and go from left to right on your dial. So sit back and enjoy tonight's game between the Dayton Sharks and the Detroit Thunder.
Before we begin this game, we want to just welcome our sponsor, thank our sponsors here for bringing this game possible, making this game possible. Jamie Day at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, JJHuddle.com, Sinclair Community College, Miami University Middletown, the Urban Cowboy Band, Dayton Demons Hockey, and, of course, the Dayton Sharks here. So we're getting set here. Looks like Detroit is going to be kicking from left to right on your internet device, and Dayton will be going from right to left.
Sit back and enjoy a nice cold beverage, get some snacks, and enjoy tonight's game between the Dayton Sharks and the Detroit Thunder. Going back deep for the Sharks will be Robert Red.
Red did an excellent job for the Sharks last time out. Oh, actually, it looks like I was wrong. They're going to be swapping directions.
That's what I thought.
Detroit they threw me off. So actually, it's going to be Detroit will be kicking from right to left on your internet device, while Dayton will be returning from left to right.
Robert Red, a graduate of Wayne High School, and went to Bowling Green State University. He also played at with the Cleveland Gladiators in the AFL.
And like you said, he'll be returning for the Sharks, and kicking for the Thunder is going to be number 22, Musa Ode. That's how I think it's pronounced. It's
Ode, I think.
Odea.
Ode.
So Musa Ode is what we're going to call it. Apologies if we butchered up this name. So we're sure we're going to do plenty of times during this game. So here we go.
We're set. There's the whistle. The home opener is underway.
All right.
15 minutes on the clock. 4 quarters, 15 minutes apiece. Good crowd on hand for tonight's game between the Sharks and the Thunder, and we are underway. Ball's going to come down and go into the Detroit Thunder bench.
It's going to bounce off the turf right into the bench. That's roughly around the 8 or so yard line. Had a little bit of pushing and shoving out to the plate between a couple of the players there, but they broke it up pretty quickly. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Sharks they're going to spot it at about the 12-yard line.
Tommy Jones, the quarterback. Evan Sawyer, the running back. We've got Evan Sawyer, the running back. He's going out wide to the right. And Robert Red wide to the left. Red's in the backfield. Red in motion, coming to the near side. Pass is complete to Sawyer. Sawyer's going to get up to about the 19-yard line. He's going to be stopped by Arnold Staten.
Yep, Staten there was the last on the tackle there, and they're going to spot the ball. It looks like about the 19-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 3 for the Sharks.
Second down, 3 for Dayton. Ball resting at the 19-yard line. Here comes the, see, we got
Got a couple of media folks here coming up here. But anyway, back to live action. We got 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
man goes in motion, pitch back to
Couldn't see who that was.
I think it was Marcus Fales.
We got a little shoving back and forth here. Was that Musa Odea as well that went to the ground? I don't think that was. That was number 2. He went to the down courtesy of the Sharks. I think that was number 5, Marcus Fales.
Evan Sawyer comes to the near side, as is Robert Red. Norman Young in the backfield. He's going to their left side in motion. Now back to pass is Young, or Jones. Jones has his mouth open, wide open is Young. Touchdown, Sharks.
Great pass there, and that's exactly what the Sharks want to do to get this game going.
31-yard pass from Tommy Jones to Norman Young, and it is now 6-0. And that'll bring on Ryan Mahaffey. Mahaffey will attempt the extra point.
And who had the reception there again?
Norman Young.
Norman Young covering score here at the same time, so bear with me, folks.
So Mahaffey will attempt the extra point from about the 10-yard line. Evan Sawyer holding will be the holder. It's a way to start the game, I tell you. And here's the kick. It is up, and it is no good. It is wide to the right. So with 12:50 to go here in the first quarter, it's the Dayton Sharks 6 and the Detroit Thunder nothing.
Are you looking to sell or purchase a house? Then Jamie Day at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate can help. You can contact Jamie at 937-602-2761 or log on to his website at www.jamieday.com. Jamie has offices in Beaver Creek, Brookville, Centerville, and Englewood. That's jamieday.com.
Dayton Sharks will be kicking off. Mahaffey will do the kicking. And back deep will be number 2, and that is James Harris. Also back deep will be Anthony Bowman. Good crowd on hand. Great way to start the home opener. A 31-yard touchdown pass from Jones to Norman. And Mahaffey will be kicking from the far side of the field. He's a left-footed kicker. So Bowman and Harris back deep for the Thunder. And kick way downfield, and it hits the...
it hit the scoreboard above the ceiling. And that's immediately going to make the play dead. And we're going to see where they're going to spot the ball. I think they're going to spot it where it hit, roughly at the point. So that's going to be the 23-yard line of Detroit.
First and 10 for the Thunder. Ball resting at the 23-yard line of Detroit. 12:35 and counting. 6-0 is our score. Quarterbacking, we'll have to see who the quarterback is. That will be Edward Thomas. Wide receivers to either side. One man in the backfield, and he goes into motion. Thomas back to pass. Has a man open downfield, and pass intended for Harris is no good. In and out of his hands.
Now some stellar defense there by number 10, Vitrio Jones here. Just knocked the ball right out of his hands.
So it'll be second down and 10 from the 23-yard line for the Detroit Thunder. And I have to get used to the speed of the game. I'm used to the outdoor game.
Yep, indoor football is a different beast. It's very fast-paced, very high scoring. You got to stay on your toes.
Fricky over to the near side. 2 wide receivers to the far side. One man in the shotgun. Thomas, the quarterback, going back to pass. Looking, fires downfield. And it's going to be incomplete. No flag on the play.
Some good tight coverage there by Michael Davis.
So it'll be third down and 10 from the 23-yard line. like I said, a very good crowd. I would estimate probably about 2,000 to 2,500 out here tonight.
That would be a fair guess. I'd say maybe more on the 2,000 side, but that's just my opinion.
Fricky out to the near side. Got Thomas in at quarterback. Man goes to the near side in motion. Back to pass is Thomas. He's going to take off with it. He's down to the 25, down to the 20, down to the 15-yard or about the 17-yard line.
You spotted him close to a first down. I think the referee is signaling for the first down, so he got it.
It is a first down for the Detroit Thunder. Ball resting at the 16-yard line of the Sharks.
Again, ball at the 16-yard lines where it's been spotted. So, again, 10 minutes and 39 seconds to go here in this first quarter of play. Sharks lead 6-0.
This time Harris is to the near side. Thomas this time hands off to big number 6, and that is Garrett Hoskins. Hoskins is not going to go anywhere. He's going to be thrown back for a loss. They're going to mark it at the 17-yard line.
So it's going to be a loss of 1. James Marks, the defensive end there, was the first guy to make contact with them, and he escaped his grasp, but he allowed his teammates to catch up, and it looks like they're going to spot it. Actually, they're going to spot it just maybe a little bit further back, so pretty much no gain there in the play.
DeMarco Shiver to the right side. Or no, he's in the backfield. Trying to catch these numbers.
I don't have to worry about that. Just one to the right, one to the left, no, two to the right.
Thomas back to pass. Has a man open in the end zone. And it's no good. It's intercepted by Vittorio Jones.
Nope. One of the referees on the near side is waving it incomplete. They're saying anything that hits, again, the walls are an extension of the ground here, and so is the glass. So as soon as it hit the glass, it was incomplete. So they're going to call it incomplete. That's the correct call from the officials. So it's going to be now third down, and it looks like 11. They're actually going to spot it now at the 17 now.
No, they need to move it up a little bit for it was at the 16-yard line when he
So third and 11 coming up now for the Sharks at the Dayton 17-yard line.
This time we have Anthony Bowman to the near side, as is James Harris. Also Nathan Fricky. It comes in motion to the near side. Thomas back to pass. Has a man. He's got to be dropped. Fumbled it. So he gets his own fumble. And he was dropped there by Marcus Vaughn.
Great play there by Vaughn there. And it looks like they dropped him for a loss of 4 more yards. So at the Dayton 21-yard line. So it's going to be fourth down. And it's going to be quite a while. Fourth down and a bit to go.
8:18 to go here in the first quarter. The Dayton Sharks lead at 6-0 on a 31-yard pass from Jones to Young.
It's 4th and 16 here. Looks like they're going to go for it. 8 minutes, 3 seconds to go here. Dayton still leads 6-0.
Frake coming out to the near side, as is Harris. Also is Reginald Eubanks to the near side. He's going to come in motion towards the line of scrimmage. Back to pass is Thomas. Thomas looking. He's going to take it and run with it. Now he's going to stop and throw it downfield, and that's going to go into the netting and stick in the netting for hockey, and it's going to turn the ball back over to the Sharks.
You could not have thrown that any better if you had tried. If you wanted it, the ball's stuck in the net there, right in between the net and the glass on the other side. We got a fan there trying to pry the ball out there, and he got it. So souvenir for one of the fans here in Dayton, and it's from one of the fans behind the net. So that's an even rarer souvenir. But even better, the Sharks have got the ball on their own 21-yard line, 1st and 10, 7:34 to go in the first quarter.
We have a media timeout, so with 7:34 to go here in the first quarter, it's the Sharks 6 and the Thunder nothing.
Did you know that St. Clair Community College is consistently ranked among the top community colleges in the country? Did you know that St. Clair has the lowest tuition rate in Ohio? And did you know that at St. Clair, credits earned can easily be transferred to a 4-year institution? St. Clair has programs that are just right for you. Success starts here at St. Clair. For more information on how to become part of the St. Clair experience, log on to their website at www.stclair.edu or call them at 937-512-3000 and get started today. St. Clair also has learning centers in Eaton, Englewood, Huber Heights, Mason, and at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and coming soon to Beaver Creek, Ohio. That's St. Clair Community College.
Back here at Hara Arena. 7:34 to go here in the first quarter of play here at Hara Arena in Dayton. So here comes Sawyer out wide to the left. We got Young to the near side and Red going in motion. Fails in the backfield. Young back to pass. Young going to run with it. Looking downfield and had a man open and overshot him. So it's going to be second down and 10.
Looks like that was Red there. That was wide open. Everybody just threw him over his head and just into the net, but it stayed in the field this time. But it's still an incomplete pass. Second and 10, 7:13 to go here in the first.
So fails in the backfield along with Evan Sawyer, Robert Red, and Norman Young. That's your skill players along with Tommy Jones. Jones, this time, Young in motion. Comes to the near side. He's up to the 20, down to the 20-yard line into Detroit territory.
At an angle, it's kind of hard to see where they're going to spot the ball. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 20. I think that's not going to be enough for a first down.
It'll be third and about 1.
Yeah, it should be 3rd and 1.
The clock here has no down markers or anything like that.
And the down markers are actually on the near side, which makes it a little bit harder to see from up here in the press box at Hara.
Red wide to the left. Sawyer in motion towards the line. This time a handoff to Fales. Fales is going to pick up 1. And he's going to
But are they going to spot him with that 1 yard because he retreated back on his own? And actually they're going to mark him down for a loss at the Detroit 21. So it'll be 4th and 2 now.
That could have been Rayshon Jeter. It's number 6 out there. So that's Rayshon Jeter, not Marcus Fales. This time Young way in the back here. He's going to go into motion. 2 wide receivers to the left side.
We got a flag out.
Jones back to pass. He's going to the left side. He's going to fire downfield, and it's going to be incomplete, but a flag is down.
And I saw one of the linemen for Detroit move a little bit just before the snap there. That could be what the referee is calling, but let's take a look and get the official word. The Sharks are signaling that it's against the Thunder.
Here's the announcement.
Sean Gadd is called for the offside there for the Thunder, and Gadd gives Dayton the first down, and that's it. That's a dagger if you're Detroit. That's just a one that you'd like to have back.
Sawyer and Red out wide to the left. Young in motion, going to the left side. Back to pass is Jones. Looking, he's got a man open, and it's Sawyer. He's going to go in for the score. Touchdown Sharks.
Oh, my God, that was a laser right to Sawyer there. Got around a couple defenders, got into the end zone.
16-yard pass from Jones to Sawyer, and it's now 12-0. As we said earlier, high-scoring affair, and that's exactly what we're getting right now. 12-0, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Mahaffey out to do the kicking. Sawyer to hold. Mahaffey from Tecumseh High School. Played soccer. He didn't play football, but he played soccer. And talking to him the other night, he was looking forward to coming here to try and kicking indoors. Here's the kick is up, and it is no good. Wide to the left.
Just an inch to the left of the goalpost there.
So with 4:36 to go here in the first quarter, it's the Dayton Sharks 12 and the Detroit Thunder nothing.
Miami University Middletown, the first regional branch campus in Ohio, offers associate's and bachelor's degrees and beginning courses for most four-year institutions. Additionally, they offer some of the lowest tuition rates of regional branches in Ohio. Miami University Middletown maintains an open admission policy where first-year college students at any age are automatically accepted with a high school diploma or a GED. With an average class size of 19, Miami University Middletown can help you to your degree. For more information, call them at 513-727-3200 or visit their website at regionals.miamioh.edu and find out more. It looks like they're back to there. The kick for the Sharks is Ryan Mahaffey. Out deep for the Thunder. It looks like it's James Harris there. So backing up, it's Ryan Mahaffey. Sharks are bunched way back there. Kind of an odd formation there, but let's see what it comes out. Mahaffey is going up to the line. The kick is off. It's a little bit low. Good line bullet pass into the hands of Harris in the end zone. Harris is going to the 5, stuttering around a little bit. He's going around. He goes down to the ground. Just goes down on his zone at about, it looks like the 7 or 8 yard line.
That's where the that's where the Thunder will take over, 1st and 10.
And then they're going to spot it at the 8 yard line, so it'll be first down Detroit. 42 yards to go to the end zone with 4:15 to go in the first.
Just trying to take care of some media that's here. Guys from 2, 7, and 22 are all here.
Yep. In addition to just broadcasting the game, we're sort of a freelance media assistants here. That's a little bit of added value that any team will get here with us at the Gem City Sports Network, and we're proud to do it. But let's get back to the action here.
Strike out wide to the right. It could be Fricky, but it spelled Frake. So here, Mangan in motion to the near side. Thomas back to pass, looking downfield. Long pass downfield, way over the head of James Harris.
And the quarterback there was feeling a little bit of heat. He was being charged down by, was it number 58, Kevin Moore there, the linebacker. He saw a hole right into the line and charged the quarterback. He had to throw it right away. Maybe didn't get all the throw he wanted.
So 2nd down and 10, ball resting at the Thunder 8 yard line with just 3:15 to go here in the first quarter. Glad you can join us on this Saturday night as we bring you Dayton Sharks football. Thomas in the shotgun as usual. You don't see too many quarterbacks. Pass goes incomplete once again.
That was right outside the reach there of number 2, James. Was that James Harris there?
Yeah, James Harris.
Looks like he's playing offense and defense here. He's listed as a defensive back here on our sheets here. But he's playing offense as well. But that just went a little bit over his hands there. Would you fault the quarterback on that one or the receiver on that one? Not much you can do if you're Harris there.
I would think it would be the fault of the quarterback because he led him a little bit too far. So anyway, here comes Freck to the near side, as is Harris.
3rd and 10, 2:26 to go in the first.
The man in motion will be Eubanks, and he's in motion now. Thomas back to pass, and
got a whistle and a flag on the play before the snap. It could be in false start territory.
Yeah.
It couldn't be an illegal defense because they throw that thing. They let the play go on that one. So let's get the word from the official.
It's going to go against the
I stand corrected. It was an illegal defense call against the Dayton Sharks. Linebackers not lined up properly. And so it's going to advance the ball 5 yards and an automatic first down for the Thunder.
Wide receiver to either side. And the official comes in, and he's talking to one of the Sharks, and that is Deontay Johnson. Here's a man comes into motion on the near side. Man is open. James Harris catches it at the 22-yard line, make it to 23-yard line, and that's going to be close to a first down.
I think it is going to be a first down. He was drilled down to the ground there by Kevin Moore, the linebacker for the Sharks. So we got 1 minute 50 to go here, 12-0 Dayton.
1st and 10 for the Thunder, ball resting at the 23-yard line. This time it looks like we're going to have Anthony Bowman. He's in motion on the right side. Thomas, he's going to take it himself. He's to the 25, into the 20, down to the 15-yard line.
I heard a crunch.
16.
And we heard a crunch there. It was brought down by a trio of Sharks, but it was enough for Thomas to get the first down. The ball's going to be spotted at the Dayton 16-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Thunder. 1:14 to go in the first quarter. If you've never seen an indoor football game, now's the chance to do it, whether you're in Michigan or here in Ohio.
Or in Kentucky.
Or in Kentucky even.
Or in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. You got teams all over the place. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Thomas in the shotgun. Thomas back to pass. Looking, has a lot of time. Now he's going to have to run for it. He's going to fire downfield and has a man open in the end zone, and that is Frike.
He was chased down there by Marcus Vaughn, was number 1. Edward Thomas, the quarterback there, but he is able to escape his grip, get the pass off, and get the score.
A 16-yard pass from Thomas to Frike, and it's now 12-6 with the extra point coming. And doing the kicking will be Musa Ode. And that's going to end the quarter then, too.
Pardon me for asking, but who had the catch there? Was that Sean Gaddis there? I'm sorry, that's wrong.
Nathan Frike.
Nathan Frike, I'm sorry.
Bad snap. Kick is up, and it's right into the line. And Musa's going to, Ode's going to try to pick it up, and it's going to go out of bounds. And a little pushing and shoving there. But that's going to end the first quarter with the score of the Dayton Sharks 12 and the Detroit Thunder 6. So nice first quarter action, 12-6, and you never know what's going to happen in this game. Last week, Marion scored 69 points, and we have a media timeout too. So we're going to have going to change ends. So if you're looking to buy or sell a house, then contact Jamie Day. Jamie Day at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate.
Yep. Contact Jamie at 937-602-2761 or log on to jamieday.com. Jamie has offices in Beaver Creek, Brookville, Centerville, and Englewood. That's jamieday.com. Also, pro hockey is back in Dayton, and the Gem City Sports Network has it covered for you. Our next broadcast of Dayton Demons hockey will be Monday, February 17th, when the Dayton Demons take on the Danbury Whalers. Face-off is scheduled for 7:35 p.m. and join us for the pregame at 7:15. Lee W. Mel will have the call for you right here on GCSN Radio 2. Follow all the Demons action all season long right here in the Gem City Sports Network at www.gemcitysports.com.
We were here last night, and the Demons defeated Danville last night 8-3, and before we were off the air, they were already putting down the boards for the game tonight. Let's get our stats here. Robert Red back deep for the Sharks, and he's going to pick it up at the 6. He's to the 10. He's to the 15. He's to the 20. He's got some running room. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at about the Detroit 22-yard line, and that's where the Sharks will take over. 1st and 10. That could be, he could break that open real easy.
I'm getting a little confused here. I see someone different here for the passing. Oh, wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong side. I'm sorry. That's Tommy Jones, had 5 attempts, 4 completions for 59 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, on the other side, Edward Thomas with 8 attempts, just 2 completions for 26 yards and 1 touchdown. 14:20 on the clock. This time we have Jones in the backfield, or Jones in the shotgun. Red coming into motion to the near side. Jones back to pass, has a man open on this side, and it is going to be right. Looks like it was Alan Freeman there that had the tackle there into the boards there.
Eugene Cooper.
Yeah, Eugene Q. Cooper on the keeper, and Alan Freeman knocking him out of bounds, and it's going to be 2nd down, and it looks like 3 from the Detroit 14-yard line.
Jones in the shotgun once again, and Red going in motion to the line. Red, ball's incomplete.
That just went right off the fingertips of, was that Rayshawn Jeter? Or no, that was Eugene Cooper there.
Yeah.
And players trying to console there a little bit, but it's still going to be 3rd down and 3 from the Detroit 14-yard line. Sharks are smelling blood.
Yes, they are.
So here we
Jones
go.
in the shotgun. This time Young in motion. He's got Young at the 10. A little spin move. Down to the 5, down to the 2-yard line goes Young.
And they're going to spot the ball. Where are they going to spot it? Yeah, they are going to spot it at the 2-yard line. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Sharks. 12:52 to go in the 2nd quarter. Sharks smelling the end zone.
Yes, they are. They're smelling blood. So here come the Sharks. This time, Cooper goes wide to the right, as does Red. Norman Young will be going into motion to the far side. Pitch out back to Jeter. Jeter is in for the score.
We have no word from the officials yet.
Yeah, there it is. Touchdown, Sharks.
So Jeter into the end zone for the score. It is now 18-6 for the Dayton Sharks.
What a way to start the second quarter of play for the Sharks. So in comes Mahaffey with Evan Sawyer to hold for him. He's been unsuccessful the last two extra points. We'll see what the change of scenery going the other way will do for him. Sawyer will hold from the 11-yard line. Clock is running. They always run until the extra point is good, and it's wide to the right once again. So he's been wide to the right twice and wide to the left once. And with 11:34 to go here in the first quarter, it's the Sharks 18 and the Thunder 6.
Dayton Sharks going to be back in action next Sunday, a week from tomorrow, when they go on the road to face the Marion Blue Racers in what's been dubbed the Ohio Bowl. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m. For more information on the Sharks, log on to their website at www.daytonsharks.com. And for season tickets, call the Sharks office at 513-386-9077. We'll see you in the Shark Tank.
Are you going to be making that trip over to Marion next week?
I'm hoping to.
Okay. So check Brian out next week. His first venture is doing play-by-play.
Oh, yes, I am excited about looking forward to it. It's always good. Because Marion has a facility, I think it's very, very underrated. It's a very nice place.
Yeah, it is.
It's a fun, cozy place to go to. It's unusual for arena football, but the ceiling is very low, which would drive kickers nuts.
I think this ceiling is driving Mahaffey nuts, too.
Yeah, he was kicking pretty well, at least as far as kickoffs were concerned, in Lexington when he had a higher ceiling.
Well, he was kicking it pretty good earlier today. Here we go. And a kick is coming down, and down is Harris. Harris to the 5, to the 10.
Got some good blocks.
15, and he's going to be stopped at about the 16 or 17-yard line.
Stopped at the 17-yard line of the Detroit Thunder, I'm sorry. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Detroit. Couldn't see who got the hit out of bounds there for the Sharks there, but here comes the offense, here comes the defense with 11-12 to go in the second quarter.
Detroit in their white jerseys heading from left to right. Coach Glover out there on the defensive side of things, calling the plays. So got two receivers to the near side, and Freeman and Harris. One to the far side. Harris coming into motion to the line of scrimmage. Thomas back to pass, looking, fires downfield, and he's going to overshoot Harris by 15 yards.
Overshot by a Montgomery County mile there.
So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Thunder. Ball resting at the 17-yard line.
Got to give a little credit to number 58, Kevin Moore there, was blitzing the quarterback there and, again, throwing a little bit of pressure to Edward Thomas's way.
10:15 to go here in the first half. Hope to have Corwin Thomas come up here at halftime.
We're hoping so. I don't see him by the entrance, and I'm surprised at how giant this crowd is. It's just, the Sharks couldn't be any happier with this.
Fright going in motion to the far side. Now Thomas back to pass, looking downfield as Frank, and it's almost intercepted.
Almost picked off by Michael Davis there. Pass intended for, who was that? That was number 9,
Frike.
Nathan Frike. So that nearly got the crowd here at the Hare Arena on their feet here for interception, but some new life, if you will, for the Thunder. I think, is it 3rd down? We can't see the down markers here from this side of the press box, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
think it is third down.
And it's being blocked by the other down marker. It's right in front of there, so it's difficult to see, so bear with us.
So third down. I believe it's third down. 3rd and 10 for the Sharks, or for the Thunder. Bright going in motion towards the line, now going to the left side. 2 wide receivers to that side. Thomas back to pass. He's going to run with it. He's going to attempt to run with it. He's up to the 20, and he's going to be stopped at the 21-yard line. And it's going to be stopped there by number 56, Demekus Brown.
First contact was made also by number 95, Marcus Vaughn, trying to get the stop there. Went right by him, but slowed him down enough for the tackle. And we got 4th down and what it looks to be 5, maybe 6 from Detroit's own 21-yard line.
And you know they're going to go for it. So we got 2 wide receivers out going out to the left side. Make it all 3 wide receivers to the left side. You have Fike, Harris, and I think it's Fike and Harris for sure. Thomas back to pass. Looking downfield, throwing way downfield and throwing it, hitting the Cintas sign. And it's going to be, they're going to turn the ball over to the Dayton Sharks at the 21-yard line of the Thunder.
I think there was only one Dayton Shark there in the vicinity of that ball. I think that was, if I'm right, it was number 18. Was that Derek Shear? No. Was it Nathan or Stephen Curtis? I couldn't see exactly. Maybe it was Vitrio Jones. I'm sorry. I got my numbers mixed up here. It's hard to see the Sharks' numbers here. They're blue numbers with white trim on them. It's a little difficult to see, but it's Sharks ball in enemy territory.
8:03 to go here in the first half. We have a media timeout, I believe.
Do we or do we not?
There is a media timeout. So with 8:03 to go here in the first quarter or first half, it's 18-6 in favor of the Sharks.
It's time. JJHuddle.com, Ohio's original high school sports website and favorite online community, has gotten a complete overhaul. Highlights include tablet and mobile-friendly designs, customized home pages, new forms, completely free content, mobile alerts, and statewide real-time scoreboards for football and basketball. Also new to JJ Huddle's updated look introduces school-specific pages complete with scores, local news, and Twitter feeds. If it's happened, it's here. A 24-hour specialized news stream covering your favorite communities and schools. Same brand, brand new experience. It's the new JJHuddle.com.
And here we go. Jones in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers to the left, to the right side. Man comes in motion to the line. Jones back to pass. Has plenty of time. And almost. And we're going to have a flag down near the end zone.
Yeah, Robert Red almost pulled that down, and the flag is Musa Oda was on the defensive coverage there, and they're calling pass interference, but is it going to be against the offense or the defense? It is going to be against the offense, against Robert Red there. Fans here in Dayton are not happy with that call, but that is going to send the Sharks back. It looks 5 yards. So now it's going to be 1st and 15 for the Sharks, now back in their own territory, ball at their own 24-yard line.
Field 50 yards long, and the 25-yard line is midfield. Jones back in the shotgun once again. This time Young going into motion to the near side. Young has it down to 21 and going to be thrown out of bounds right about the 21-yard line.
On the play there to force him out of bounds was number 4, DeMarco Scarber, and number 40, Eric Butler. Eric Butler, I'm sorry.
So 7:25 to go here in the first half, and it's 18-6 with the Sharks leading it and on the move once again.
Well, being spotted at the 20-yard line of Detroit.
2nd down and 10. Man in motion. Jones back to pass once again. This time had a man open, and that was Eugene Cooper.
We've got a flag there on the field, right at about midfield there. I don't know if that may have been in the area of holding. I couldn't tell you what it was off the back. Maybe a late hit. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the call is.
Roughing the passer against the Thunder.
And that'll make it a 1st down. It looks like they're going to spot the ball at the 15, the 11-yard line of Detroit. So
that's a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down there. So Dayton Sharks with a golden opportunity here with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 11-yard line. Jones in the shotgun once again. Man coming into motion towards the line. Jones back to pass. Has time. Has Red open. Touchdown Sharks.
Tommy Jones to Robert Red, 11 yards into the end zone, and now it's 24-6 in favor of the Dayton Sharks. And now let's see if Ryan Mahaffey can finally break these demons that have been bugging him for this 2-point, for this extra point.
And I think they may be going for it.
Actually, you're right. I don't see Mahaffey anywhere.
Maybe they thought that he was struggling a little bit too much, and they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Ball resting at the 2-yard line.
I'm sorry to ask again. That was Jones? Who was that?
Red.
I'm sorry. I'm getting confused and trying to keep the score at the same time and everything. So you got me doing 100 things at once.
2 wide receivers to the far side, Evan Sawyer and Robert Red. Young comes into motion. He's got it, and he's going to be stopped back at the 3-yard line, and he's not going to get the extra point. So with 5:46 to go in the first half, it's the Sharks 24 and the Thunder 6.
Who was on the run there for that play? That looks like it was number 2, Norman Young.
Yeah. So with 5:46 to go, it's 24-6 Sharks here on the home opener for the Dayton Sharks. Good crowd on hand. Good crowd on hand.
St. Clair Community College, located in downtown Dayton, offers a wide range of academic programs leading to an associate's degree or a transfer to a 4-year institution. St. Clair is for you. To find out more on the programs offered at St. Clair, log on to their website at www.stclair.edu or call them at 937-512-3000 and get started today. St. Clair also has learning centers in Eaton, Englewood, Huber Heights, Mason, and at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. That's St. Clair Community College.
Mahaffey will kick off for the Thunder, or for the Sharks. And we have, I think, too many men on the field. So back deep looks like Harris and Gaddis, maybe?
We will see.
Maybe Eubanks. A squib kick, and it's bounced picked up at the 8-yard line. It's
picked up by
Bowman.
number 15 there. That I don't have a 15 on my
Bowman.
sheet. It is Bowman, yes, number 19 Bowman, and we got a flag on the play as he was brought down at the 20. My guess is that's going to be a horse collar tackle. That's what it looked like from my point of view.
We'll hear what the official has to say. So a horse collar penalty will mark the ball at the Dayton 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from that spot for the Detroit Thunder.
The clock back going. And Detroit's heading back towards the line of scrimmage, getting ready to play.
Bowman to the near side, as is Fike. He goes into motion. Fike goes into motion. Thomas back to pass. Has Bowman open.
Pass was complete. Yep, pass is complete to Bowman there.
So it'll be 2nd down and 6 from the 16-yard line for the Thunder. They trail 24-6 here in the second quarter of play. This time Bowman to the near side. Fike will go into motion towards the line of scrimmage. Thomas back to pass. Looks like he's going to run it, and he throws it into the front row, and the kid's going to grab it as a souvenir to take home.
So pass was complete to the kid in the front row there at about the 15-yard line. Well, Thomas looked like he was being swarmed there by a couple of defensive linemen from the Sharks, and that was more of a desperation throw than anything else.
Exactly. 3rd down and 6 from the 16-yard line. This time Eubanks is going out wide to the left, as is Harris. Also, let's see, Hoskins is in the backfield. And Eubanks is going to go in motion. No, he's not. I'll pass over to Eubanks. He's to the 15 and run out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
See where they spot him, though. First, to get a first down, they need to get to the Dayton 10, and they're going to spot it at the 13.
So it'll be 4th down and 3. Ball resting at the 13-yard line with 3:44 to go.
This would look like field goal territory for them, and I don't know. We don't see a whole lot of field goals here in the CIFL.
No, you don't, because you either go for it or you try to kick a field goal, and I guess it all depends on the ceiling.
Yes, and they're going to go for it.
Harris goes out wide to the left. 2 men in the backfield. Harris is on the right side. Sorry about that. Now Thomas back to pass. Has a man open, and it goes over his head and out of bounds. And it's going to turn the ball back over to the Sharks with 3:09 to go here in the first half.
On the coverage there for the Sharks was Michael Davis there, but it's a turnover. Dayton will get the ball back. 3 minutes to go.
So the Sharks will get it 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 13-yard line of Dayton. And in this game, they could fire a touchdown pass and go 37 yards. Easy.
Yeah, but like you said, this is not like outdoor football where just a couple of minutes is a death sentence. Anything can happen in this game.
Red coming into motion onto the near side. Jones back to pass. Looking. Has Red and overshoots Red.
Overshot him by just maybe a couple yards there.
So it's 2:23 to go and counting. They don't stop the clock for anything but maybe an injury or a touchdown or something like that.
I think they only stop the clock when there's I don't know if it's a change in possession or just after an extra point or an injury timeout, but that's only up until the last minute of each half. After that 1 minute rules go into effect, and then they stop the clock for out of bounds and incomplete passes.
So here we go. Man, Red is going to come into motion on the near side. Jones is back to pass. Has Red open at the 25. And down to the 23, down to the 22-yard line.
And they're going to mark them down at the 23-yard line of Detroit. Good enough for a first down for the Dayton Sharks with 1:40 to go here in the second quarter.
The referee talking to the center for James Marks, I think, or no, Josh Ellison.
So here
this
we go.
time, Evan Sawyer to the right, he's going to be in motion. Jones gets the snap, goes back to pass. As Sawyer overshot him just by a couple of feet.
I would say just by 1 foot there he overshot Evan Sawyer by. That could have been 6 points easily, but that was just a tough break for the Sharks there. As we get closer to the 1 minute warning.
And they will stop the clock, I believe. And that
And
is
yes.
it. That is the 1 minute warning here in arena football. So with 1 minute to go here in the first half, it is the Dayton Sharks 24 and the Detroit Thunder 6.
Miami University Middletown, the first regional branch campus in the state of Ohio, offers associate's and bachelor's degrees and beginning courses for most other four-year institutions, and they also offer some of the lowest tuition rates for regional branches in Ohio. Miami University Middletown maintains an open admission policy where first-year college students at any age are automatically accepted with a high school diploma or a GED. With an average class size of 19, Miami University of Middletown can help you to your degree. For more information, call them at 513-727-3200 or visit their website at regionals.miamioh.edu and find out more. Urban Cowboy Band is an alluring and progressive southern rock outfit to transform the converted, the committed, the lost, the unredeemed, and those who want to rise again through rock, blues, and gospel. Visit their website at soundcloud.com/urban-cowboy-band.
Robert Red coming to the near side, as is Norman Young. Sawyer going back into motion. Jones had Sawyer open, but overshot him once again.
Yeah, he was out at about the 16-yard line there for Detroit. And they'll stop the clock again with 57.9 seconds to go here in this second quarter. Third down now looks like, and 10 from the 23.
Next home game for the Sharks will be on Sunday, March the 9th at 4 o'clock when they take on the Kentucky Extreme. Two wide receivers to the near side. Red coming into motion on the near side. I mean, that's Sawyer. Sawyer bumped off the play. Now gets it over to
That was Eugene Cooper.
Cooper's run out of bounds.
And, yeah, he was slammed into the boards there at about the 2-yard line. And that'll stop the clock with 50.4 seconds to go as they move the chains. I mean, that shot was just that shot into the boards was just so extreme. It knocked down a couple of the advertising banners here. Even the signs felt the pain, the impact of that one.
Exactly.
We got some of the crew here just quickly removing the signs from the field of play here. They got to hustle like their lives depend on it because they kind of do.
Yeah. They don't want to be out there if they got one of these guys coming at you.
I'll tell you what, when I was doing the chain gang for the old Miami Valley Silverbacks, it got crazy there at times.
Man in motion now, and that's Sawyer. Sawyer is going to go up to about the 2-yard line.
A little bit of a wildcat action here from the Silver. I'm sorry, I got them. We got to stop the clock now.
Dayton calls timeout.
Dayton's calling a timeout with 21.2 seconds to go. As I was saying, we saw a little bit of wildcat action here from the Sharks, snapping directly to Evan Sawyer. Although can't really say it's a wildcat because Sawyer is also listed as a quarterback too. So
exactly. Young was a wide receiver. He was the one that went into motion too. So 21.2 seconds to go here in the first half, and the Sharks lead it 24-6 and trying to add on to it here to go into the locker room probably up 30-6.
And in this game, you can get many plays off in 21.2 seconds, so they could easily be going in there 30-6, maybe 31 or 32-6 if they can get their extra points together. That's one thing that I noticed at Lexington against the Bluegrass Warhorses. Extra points and 2-point conversions have been the bane for the Sharks. They were lucky to escape that game with just a 14-point win. If it had been any closer, those extra points missed and the 2-point conversions missed would come back to bite them.
Cooper and Sawyer to the far side. Red going into motion on the far side. Jones back to pass. Has Sawyer. Touchdown, Sharks.
Say that again. That was Tommy Young to, who was that?
Tommy Jones to Evan Sawyer. 2-yard touchdown pass.
So from one quarterback to another quarterback, it's another 6 points for the Sharks.
And they're going to go for 2 again. 17.4 seconds to go here in the first half, and it's 30-6. This time, Cooper going out wide to the right, as is Sawyer. Red will go into motion to the near side. Jones back to pass, looking to the right side and going right through the hands of Red. And with 17.4 seconds to go in the first half, it's 30-6 Dayton Sharks. Coming up next for the Dayton Sharks will be a trip to Marion to take on the Blue Racers. Blue Racers scored 69 points against the Kentucky Extreme last week, and they will take on Erie tomorrow afternoon in Erie, Pennsylvania. And then the next home game for the Sharks will be against the Kentucky Extreme on Sunday, March the 9th, when they take on Kentucky right here at 4 o'clock at Hara Arena. So come on out and support the Dayton Sharks here in Dayton.
It's a very exciting game for those of you who have never seen it. I'm sure those who are listening have probably seen the game or are following your teams very closely, whether they be the Dayton Sharks, whether you're listening from here in Dayton or on the road, or whether you're following the Detroit Thunder from the Michigan area, or those of us who are just listening just leisurely on MRSN or Gem City Sports Network at gemcitysports.com. So here we go now. The kick is Ryan Mahaffey. And who's back deep again?
Bowman is back deep along with Reginald Banks, I think. So Mahaffey will kick off from the near side in the end zone.
This kickoff formation is different from what I saw at Lexington as the ball falls off the tee there. It's very unusual to see that, as there's no wind to speak of here in this arena.
Unless they got the door open in the back there.
That could be the case there, or in the back there as well. The big garage door there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So Mahaffey will tee it up once again as we get set for halftime here at Hara Arena. And here's the kick. A line drive kick bounces at about the 16-yard line, and it's going to be picked up
at about the 8, dodging a few tackles there.
He's going to go, and he's down to the 5-yard line. That was Anthony Bowman, and he was wrestled down by Chris Respris.
Respis, I believe, was a couple years ago, was named the Defensive Player of the Year in the CIFL, but that was a big, big break there for the Thunder. If they can get into the end zone with just 9.5 seconds to go, that could at least stop the bleeding a little bit for the Thunder and send them all to the field on a positive note. And keep in mind, they won the coin toss and deferred to the second half, so good a chance to get some back-to-back scores. But that is provided, of course, they get into the end zone and get some points on the board here.
Yeah, and they got 9.5 seconds to do that. So Edward Thomas.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Bowman out wide to the left, as is Harris. The man going in motion, Eubanks. Thomas looking. Now he's going to have to scramble. Throws it downfield and almost complete, but it's incomplete pass. Couldn't see who. Can't see the number who.
I could not see either. I thought it was number
6, maybe.
Yeah,
Garrett
number 6,
Hoskins.
Garrett Hoskins. I think it was Garrett Hoskins, but also credit to Marcus Vaughn on the line for providing some pressure to Edward Thomas there, forcing him to get rid of it, and also forcing him to scramble, taking some time off the clock. Now there's only 1.1 seconds to go here in the second quarter. One more play left.
So Thomas will bring his Thunder up to the line of scrimmage. We've got 3 wide receivers going to the near side, and we have a timeout called by the Thunder.
It'll be their first timeout here in the first half, and it's probably the only one they're going to use.
1.1 second to go here in the first half. 30-6 is our score.
Urban Cowboy Band is a alluring and progressive Southern rock outfit that transformed the converted, the committed, the lost, the unredeemed, and those who want to rise again through rock, blues, and gospel. Their hit single, One God, is the official opening song for the Gem City Sports Network. Urban Cowboy Band's music is available on both iTunes and Spotify. To find out more on the Urban Cowboy Band, visit their website at soundcloud.com/urban-cowboy-band.
So here we go, 1.1 second to go. We got 3 wide receivers. We got Bowman, Harris, and Daryl Frager. Frager used to play with the Saginaw Sting a few years ago. He goes into motion, and there's the buzzer. Thomas is going to run for it, and does he get in? He does get in, but there's a flag down.
He got it. Yep, the officials have signaled for a touchdown, but there is a flag in the end zone. Let's see what the flag is before we find out what's going on here. But it looked like Edward Thomas just stretched that ball across the goal line into the end zone. And Detroit is signaling that it's going to be their ball and they're going to take the touchdown. But let's get the word from the officials and see what the deal is.
That was a 6-yard run by Thomas. Here's the official. So a touchdown, a 6-yard run by Thomas, and it's now 30-12. That's as many points as they scored all of last week. 2 wide receivers to the far side with Hoskins in the backfield. Harris going in motion. And he's going to hand off to Hoskins, and he's not going to make the extra point. So at halftime, it's the Dayton Sharks 30 and the Detroit Thunder 12. We'll have the stats, and you want to run over the scoring here real quick?
We got 20 minutes here for halftime here, so let me just go over the scoring summary here really quickly. To start scoring off here for this game here, with 13 minutes and 33 seconds to go in the first quarter, it was Tommy Jones to Norman Young, a 31-yard pass. The extra point attempt by Mahaffey was no good to make the score 6-0 Dayton. With about 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, Dayton got on the board once again. Tommy Jones with a pass to Evan Sawyer for 16 yards, and the extra point by Ryan Mahaffey again was no good. Detroit got on the scoreboard first with 24 seconds to go in the first quarter when Edward Thomas completed a pass to Nathan Freich for 16 yards. The extra point attempt by O'Day was no good when it was blocked pretty much by his own offensive liner thanks to a bad snap. That made the score 20-6 in favor of the Dayton Sharks. The Sharks will respond later with 12:10 to go in the second quarter when Jeter.
5,500 seats.
I'm
people
sorry, I
sitting
don't have
in here,
the
but I think we're pretty close to about half full, maybe.
I was saying that's a 5,500 is kind of a tall task for any team here in this area, but
Yeah.
still to get the kind of crowd here they got here is pretty good. And I wouldn't shock me if the Mobley family got a couple $1,000s out of this.
Well, I think we're going to get more. If you're talking about 10%, if the tickets are $10, they're getting $1 out of every ticket. So you're a couple thousand plus their game
plus
check.
plus the game checks for the
Yeah.
games for the Sharks. They're gonna get a lot of help out of this.
Back deep is, I can't read the guy's number down there in the end zone.
The Thunder have got some odd uniforms here. They're kind of, I don't want to say they're cheap. I don't want to say they're cheap, but they're just kind of generic, and they're not really tucked all the way in. So I can see number 5 and number 15 or 19 back.
19.
That's going to be Alan Freeman and Anthony Bowman. And of course, kicking for the Sharks is number 12 Ryan Mahaffey.
So Mahaffey will be kicking off, going from right to left or left to right.
And the kick is off. It's a low kick, bouncing it around midfield,
And Bowman
off the foot of Bowman. Bowman still got it at the 6, and he's going to be brought down at about the 9-yard line. So got to be 41 yards to go for the Thunder, 1st and 10. But again, remember, the last play of the game, they scored the touchdown, so they got a chance to get some real momentum to start this second half here.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunder. Ball resting at the 9-yard line for the Thunder as they come out. Thomas will be the quarterback. And looks like James Harris. Frike coming to the near side. And Harris will be in motion. He comes near the line of scrimmage. Thomas back to pass, but from the end zone, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. But there is a penalty marker down at the 16-yard line.
There was no flag in the area of pass interference there. Vitrio Jones was on the coverage there. And they're having some words, is Jones and the other player there. We got a holding call against the defense, according to the officials. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
So 14:06 to go here in the third quarter. Ball resting at now the 14-yard line. And it's an automatic first down, so it'll be 1st and 10. Clock running. This time Frike and I want to say Eubanks coming to the near side with Hoskins in the backfield.
In the shotgun.
The man coming into motion onto the near side, and it's going to be an end around, and he's not going anywhere but backwards.
Let's see who's got the. Oh, we got a little tie up here around the 18-yard line here. That's between Demetrius McCrae and I could not see who else that was.
I think that was James Harris.
Yes, it was indeed Harris there. So emotions are getting a little high. Games could get a little chippy here.
Yep. So the ball goes back to the 10-yard line.
It's going to be second. It's going to be second and about 15, maybe.
Something like that. Yeah.
Or maybe second and 14. We'll call it 14.
Bowman to the near side. Another wide receiver out to the far side. And Frike coming in motion. Thomas back to pass, looking, fires downfield, and it is almost incomplete. It's almost intercepted by the Sharks, number 21.
That was Dante Johnson there, and that pass intended for number 19, Anthony Bowman.
So it'll be 3rd down and 14 from the 10-yard line with 12:35 to go here in the third quarter of play from Hara Arena.
Chris Respers there of the Sharks trying to get this Sharks crowd here into a frenzy. And he's succeeding here. The fans are starting to get on their feet, clapping for their defense. 3rd and 14.
Thomas in the back, in the shotgun. Man coming in motion to the near side. Thomas back to pass, looking downfield. Still looking, and throws it and has a man down at the 20-yard line of the Sharks. And that is... Looks like number 3, Eubanks.
Either that or James Harris. I couldn't. These uniforms are kind of rolled up here a little bit too, so it's hard to see the full numbers here.
Yeah, that ought to be a rule to have them pulled down all the way.
But the end result is a first down for the Detroit Thunder in Sharks territory.
Bowman coming to the near side. You got Frike going into motion with One sidecar here. Handoff this time goes to Hoskins. Hoskins going to get the first down to the 20, or no, take that back. He's going to get down to the 15 to 14-yard line.
First contact was made there by number 95, Marcus Vaughn. He didn't get the tackle there, but he tripped him up enough to slow him down and stop him from gaining more yards there.
So it'll be second down and about 5 from the 14-yard line, about the 14.5-yard line. You're going to have to find a way to start putting those dasher pads.
It's not really the pads; it's just the banners there. And
yeah, they keep falling down.
You can't let the referee do stuff with that. He's got a job trying to call the game.
Bowman goes to the far side, as does Frike. Man will be in motion. It looks like it'll be Reginald Eubanks. He goes into motion. Thomas back to pass. He's being rushed. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Fires down into the end zone and intercepted by the Shark, number 21.
That's Dante Johnson there on the pick there for the Sharks, and he's brought down at about the 2-yard line for the Sharks. So it's going to be first down and 10 for the Sharks. Great defensive play there by the Sharks and Dante Johnson.
10:18 to go here in the third quarter, and the Sharks have stopped the Thunder. And the Sharks are going to have the ball, first and 10, ball resting at their own 2-yard with 2-yard line with 10 minutes to go.
The only thing I didn't really like about that play was that Dante Johnson tried to gain some yards there. You think it would have been better just going down in the end zone and spotting it at the 5.
Here we go. 2 rival receivers to the near side. Evan Sawyer going into motion on the far side. Jones looking. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket and gets it to Red. Red at the 11, up to the 14-yard line. And it's going to be a first down for the Sharks.
And indeed, they will spot the ball at the 14-yard line. Good play there, Tommy Jones to Robert Red.
A Eaton grad to a Wayne grad.
That's who would have thought?
Yeah. Or an Indiana guy to a BGSU guy. There we go. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Sawyer goes into motion. Sawyer back to pass, looking downfield, fails, or make that Jeter. Jeter jumps up in the air, but he gets the first down at the 25-yard line, I believe.
Yep, they're going to spot it just maybe on the Dayton side of midfield there. It is going to be on the 25-yard line, so it'll be a first down again for the Sharks.
So it'll be first and 10 for the Sharks, ball resting at midfield. This time Sawyer goes to the far side, and we have Cooper to the near side. Red going into motion to the near side. Goes downfield. Jones looking. He's going to be flushed out of the pocket. Now he has time. Down. Now he fires, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Sawyer.
Oh, and we got a little skirmish here. That's number 55.
And he's going to be tossed.
Marwin O'Day. And also for the Thunder, it's number 56, Stephen Chester. Chester, I think, just shoved O'Day right down to the ground there. And there are flags flying everywhere.
Coach Shepard comes flying out there, too.
And Shepard, he's been part of this sport for a long time.
Yes, he has.
Several years, several stints with the Dayton Sharks, the Dayton Silverbacks, and also the Cincinnati Commandos as well. Very, very storied veteran here in the coaching ranks here for indoor football.
Here's the penalties.
So they're going to call unnecessary roughness against Demetrius Brown. And that's going to back the ball up 10 yards after the play. So that's going to negate all the great stuff that they did. So now it's going to be second and roughly 20, maybe
20, yeah, about 20 yards.
20, maybe 21 from the Sharks' own 15-yard line.
So here comes Cooper out wide to the left, as is Sawyer going into motion. Red is out there also. Pass. Jones has a man almost open. That was Cooper. He was open and went right through his hands.
Yeah, that's, like you said, just squipped right through his hands there. He probably wants that one back.
So third down and 20, ball resting at the 15-yard line of the Sharks with 7:39 to go here in the third quarter.
Sharks lead 30-12. 18-point lead, pretty much a 3-possession game.
Sharks scoring 43 last week. The Thunder had 12.
And how good would this be for the Thunder if they can get a stop here?
It'd be huge. Sawyer going to the far side. He will be in motion. Two guys to the near side. Jones back to pass, looking right side to Sawyer, and almost had it on his left hand and can't hang on to it, so it's going to be 4th down from the 15-yard line.
Alan Freeman was on the coverage there for the Thunder. He's did a good job staying close to him, but again, just off the fingertips there, if he just an inch or two shorter on the throw by Tommy Jones, we could have had 6 points for the Sharks.
Tommy Jones does know how to win a championship. He won a couple of championships up in Saginaw before coming back home. And we're going to have a timeout called by the Sharks. And that'll be their first timeout. With 6:39 to go here in the third quarter. The Sharks lead at 30-12.
Are you looking to sell or purchase a house? Then Jamie Day at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate can help. You can contact Jamie at 937-602-2761 or log on to www.jamieday.com. Jamie has offices in Beaver Creek, Brookville, Centerville, and in Englewood. That's jamieday.com. Pro hockey is back in Dayton, and the Gem City Sports Network has it covered for you. Our next broadcast of Dayton Demons hockey will be on Monday, February 17th. That's just a couple days from now, when the Dayton Demons take on the Danbury Whalers. Face-off is scheduled for 7:35, and pregame show kicks off at 7:15. Join Lee W. Mount for all the action on Radio 2 on the Gem City Sports Network at radio2.gemcitysports.com. And you can follow all the Demons action all season long right here on the Gem City Sports Network at gemcitysports.com.
I don't know how the Demons are doing it. They played in Danville on Thursday night. They played here last night. And now they're playing in Danbury, Connecticut tonight, Watertown on Sunday, and then back here on Monday.
Sounds like they're making up a bunch of games that have been canceled thanks to...
No, these are regular scheduled games.
So I thought the Monday game would have been at least a rescheduled game, but that's interesting. But we got a field goal attempt here from...
Mahaffey. It's a long kick downfield, and Bowman will have it deep in his end zone. He's out to the 5. He's coming to the near side, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and knocked out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Nice run by Bowman. He was knocked out of bounds by Evan Sawyer, and the Thunder will have it 1st and 10, ball resting at midfield.
That field goal attempt was way short there, but I don't think that was the point of that kick. No. That was more of a pseudo punt, if you will.
Yeah, because you can't punt in indoor football.
Which something that kind of surprised me when we went to Lexington. They actually treated field goals like normal field goals in football, where they spotted it where the spot of the ball was. Traditionally in indoor football, they spot the ball at the 5 or 10-yard line, depending on the league, after a missed field goal is either wide or such.
So 1st and 10 for the Thunder, ball resting at the 25-yard line, which is midfield. 5:44 to go here in quarter number 3.
But that was a good return there by Bowman to give the Thunder good field position.
This time Frank to the near side.
It was also a victory for the Detroit Thunder defense to stop the Sharks there when they had the momentum.
Frank goes into motion on the far side. Thomas back to pass. Now fires downfield, has a man open, and overthrows him. That was Frank. Or no, I take that back. It was not Frank. It was somebody else.
Well, Demetrius Cray was on the coverage there for the Sharks. He was the closest one there. But that play there, I think it was Reginald, was it Eubanks there?
It could have been him.
It looks like Reginald Eubanks there. Again, the numbers are kind of hard to see from this angle up here in the press box. I believe it is Reginald Eubanks there.
Yeah, it was.
But he was, it was just maybe about a yard or so to his left there.
Frank coming to the near side, as is Thomas is in the shotgun, and Bowman goes into motion. Handoff this time goes to number 25, and I don't know we don't have a name for him.
We don't have a number for him, but apologies for that. But he was brought down at the Sharks' 22-yard line, so a gain of a couple yards there. So it'll be 3rd and about 7 for the Thunder. I'm sorry.
Maybe you can look on here and see if
I'll see if I can go to our stat guy and see if I can get some numbers here for you.
And we have a timeout called by the Detroit calls timeout. Join us for. You got something going there? So Brian's going to be off to check out get some numbers for us here. And I don't see any participations in here. See if we have a number 25 in there for. I don't see a number 25 in here. So there's a whistle. It'll be first and it'll be third down. Ball resting at the 23-yard line. Thomas back to pass. Looking. He's going to run with it this time. And he's going to go out of bounds. No, he's got the first down. Run out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Run out of bounds by big number 95, Marcus Vaughn. That's a first down at the 11-yard line, so they can get another first down. First and 10, ball resting at the 11-yard line with 3:45 to go here in the third quarter. Sharks lead at 30-12. Nobody has scored here in the second half yet, although there's been many chances. Thomas in the shotgun once again. This time he's going to hand off, and
that is number 25. That is David Hill. He's not on our sheet at all. Just
David
confirmed
Hill
with the statistician here, and they're going to. And he was always stopped just shy of the end zone there, but a good run by Hill. It'll be first down and inches. First down and goal, inches to the end zone for the Detroit Thunder.
And quarterback keeper does not get in.
Or does it? The Thunder are indicating that it did. The referees are saying no. Just shy, just again maybe 6 inches to the end zone for the Detroit Thunder. It'll be second and goal with about 2:50 to go here in this third quarter.
Second down. Ball resting inside the 1-yard line, about the half-yard line.
I would say more about the 1 foot or 9-inch line.
Yeah. This time, Eubanks goes out wide to the right. We got Hill and Scarber in the backfield.
Dayton Sharks fans getting on their feet here, making some noise for their team.
And a fumble, and the Sharks have it.
And it is confirmed by the officials.
Sharks have it at the 2-yard line.
Edward Thomas there just couldn't handle the snap there, just thought about running before controlling the ball, lost it, and about a couple, 2 or 3 Dayton Sharks fell right on it. So once again, the Detroit Thunder inches away from the end zone, and they just cough it up.
They just
last time the Detroit Thunder went down to the end zone, it was a interception into the end zone by, I believe that was Dante Johnson about 10 minutes ago, and now we got another turnover in the red zone for the Sharks again. They take over at the 2.
First and 10 for the Sharks. Ball resting at the 2-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Sawyer coming in motion on the near side. This time a handoff goes to.
That was Rayshawn Jeter there. Rayshawn Jeter on the cover on the run there, and he's going to gain about 3 yards on the play.
I think they're saying that's Marcus Fales wearing number 6.
That's it, Doug. Next time we get the rosters from the statistician.
Exactly. Well, he got here late. We were already on the air when he showed up. So 1:07 to go. Sawyer goes into motion. Hand off to Fales this time. Fales gets up to the 10-yard line. Still on his feet. He breaks away. He's down to the 19-yard line of Dayton. What a job by Marcus Fales.
And finally brought down to the ground by Alan Freeman there.
Fales has been around this playing football for a long time in this area. He's from Central State University. This time, Fales in the backfield, and Cooper going out wide to the left. Red goes in motion. Hand off to Fales once again, and he breaks away, gets to the going to be dropped for a loss back to the 18-yard line.
They will spot him at the 18-yard line for a loss of, like you said, 2 yards. It'll be second and 12.
And I think they're going to end the third quarter on that note. 15 seconds to go, and the Sharks are in no hurry to get to the huddle or get to the line. Yes, they do.
Well, they will. Let's see what happens.
Sawyer goes out wide to the left. Red to the near side.
And Tommy Jones.
He's going into motion. Jones back to pass. Has Cooper open. He's got the first down and more.
Or does he?
No, he doesn't have the first down.
They're not going to move the chains at all. It's going to be third down and about, I would call that maybe 4 yards, 3 or 4 yards.
3 or 4 yards. The ball will be at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line of Detroit, and that will end the third quarter play here with your score, the Dayton Sharks 30 and the Detroit Thunder 12. Are you stuck in a dead? Have you ever thought about going back to school, stuck in a dead-end job, need a degree to find a better one? Then look no further than Sinclair Community College. Sinclair has courses ranging from accounting to X-ray technology and everything in between. Success starts at Sinclair Community College. To get started, log on to their website at www.sinclair.edu or call them at 937-512-3000 and get started today. Sinclair is located in downtown Dayton with learning centers in Eaton, Englewood, Huber Heights, Mason, and Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. That's Sinclair Community College. Got a quick stat update there?
Yeah, Tommy Jones is 14 of 22 for 167 yards and 4 touchdowns. Edward Thomas is 5 of 21 for 54 yards and a touchdown.
Also on the rushing end, Marcus Fales 6 attempts for 24 yards, leading the Sharks. Leading the Thunder, it's Edward Thomas, 7 attempts, 41 yards.
Cooper to the near side. In motion is Red. Fires to Cooper. He's to the 20, to the 15. Hurdles one of the Thunder and gets down to about the 12-yard line.
He was brought down from behind and almost crushed on the play there by Sean Gaddis there. Easily a touchdown-saving tackle there for Detroit, and we got some whistles all over the place here.
And we have
they're going to restart the clock now, get things back going. They needed to stop the clock to move the chains. That's like in college that way.
There was also an injured Thunder player. He went over to the far side, Sean Gaddis. Okay, 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 11 or 12-yard line. Red in motion. Jones back to pass. Has Red, touchdown Sharks.
And there was a flag on the play there, but I believe that was offsides against the Thunder there. But a good 12-yard pass from Tommy Jones to Robert Red.
Robert Red.
And that's it.
Touchdown Sharks. As they make it 30 now, 36-12. Clock is running, 14-18. They won't stop until after the extra point, and the Sharks will be going for it this time.
They will be going for 2. They have not made no team has made a 2-point conversion or an extra point all game.
Cooper, Sawyer, and Red now pitch back to Fales. Touchdown! The 2-point conversion fails to Red. And the 2-point conversion is good. With 13:55 to go in the fourth quarter, it's now 38-12. So the first conversion is made here in the fourth quarter.
From Jones to Fales to Red in the end zone, it's now 38-12 in favor of the Dayton Sharks. Miami University of Middletown, the first regional branch campus in the state of Ohio, offers associate's and bachelor's degrees, and they also offer beginning courses for other four-year institutions, plus some of the lowest tuition rates of any regional campus in the state of Ohio. Miami University of Middletown maintains an open admission policy where first-year college students at any age are automatically accepted with a high school diploma or a GED. With an average class size of 19, Miami University of Middletown can help you to your degree. For more information, call them at 513-727-3000 or visit their website at regionals.miamioh.edu and find out more.
Alan Freeman to the near side and Bowman to the far side, standing in their end zone or at the goal line with Mahaffey getting ready to kick off. I wonder if they've lost all confidence in Mahaffey's kicking here for the extra point.
Well, he did not do so well in Lexington, so we'll see what happens here.
Here's Mahaffey's kick. It's a high end-over-end kick coming down into the end zone. with Freeman getting it. He's to the 10. He's to the 15, to the 21 man to beat. And he's pushed out of bounds by Mahaffey right about the 24-yard line. So nice job by Mahaffey saving a touchdown there.
We've talked about touchdown saving tackles here. That was easily a touchdown saving tackle by the kicker, Ryan Mahaffey there. Good hustle there to stop the return at Detroit's own 24-yard line. So 26 yards to go to the end zone. 1st and 10 for the Thunder.
And we have Thomas getting the play.
Getting the words from his coaches here.
Freich and Bowman going to the far side with Freeman to the near side, it looks like. Man goes in motion. Here's Thomas. Back to throw. Off his back foot and overshoots Bowman by about 5 or 6 yards. That'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 24-yard line.
That was a good physical defensive coverage there by Demetrius McCray for the Sharks there. So it'll be 2nd and 10 once again from, are they spotting the ball at midfield now?
Yeah,
I thought it was at the 24 the last time.
I thought so too.
Well, regardless, it's still going to be 2nd and 10 if the chains are right. With 12:30 to go here in this 4th and final quarter here. Sharks lead at 38-12, 2nd and 10 for the Thunder.
Bowman out wide to the left, as is Freeman, I believe. And Eubanks goes into motion. Thomas back. He's being rushed. Throws it away, and it's incomplete. Thomas is dropped on the play. Bowman dropped him. He's all the way back near the end zone.
He was charged there by a couple of Sharks there. I think I saw number 77, James Marks, and number 79, Stuart Delaney. They both gave him, Edward Thomas, he gave him a run for his money there.
So here we go with Harris going out wide to the left with Bowman and Eubanks wide to the right. Hill in the backfield with Bowman going in motion towards the line of scrimmage. Thomas back to pass. Going downfield towards, tried to get it to Bowman. And I think it was Vittorio Jones tried to go into the seats to grab it, but some fan in section 27 has a souvenir to take home.
Yep, that ball, he tried to get a sailing pass into about the 5-yard line there, but it went over the boards and over the glass and just in front of the first row there of seats there.
Here come the Thunder with Freich going out to the far side. Bowman and Eubanks to the near side. Hill in the backfield. Freich coming in motion. Thomas back to pass. Looking, throws downfield. Has Freich wide open touchdown. Or make that Harris wide open touchdown. Sharks or Thunder. So it's a 26-yard touchdown pass.
That was from Thomas. Was that to Freeman?
That was to James Harris.
James Harris, I'm sorry.
Or no.
I thought that was number 5. That is Alan Freeman on our sheets, but it could be wrong by any.
Looks like it's number 3, Eubanks.
That would be Reginald Eubanks.
Like I said, it's hard to read those numbers because some of them are tucked up so high that I can hardly see them. This time, Eubanks, Thomas gets the ball, and he's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 15. The extra point no good. And the Dayton Sharks lead at 38-18 with 9:51 to go in this game.
And even though the 2-point conversion was failed, that's not what you want to see if you're the Dayton Sharks. It's now a 3-possession game now. And anything can happen in this game of indoor football. Scoring can happen just like that.
3 touchdowns can happen in a hurry, like you just said. 9:51 to go here in the 4th quarter. They will be having a post-game autograph signing out here on the field. So if you come to the game, you'll be able to go on the field afterwards to talk to the Sharks players. and get autographs.
That's pretty much been a tradition here of indoor football in Dayton, Ohio. I mean, we saw it with the Warbers in 2005. We saw it with both. Also saw it to an extent with the Bulldogs in 06 and the Miami Valley Silverbacks from 06 up until their last year as the Dayton Silverbacks in 2012. And the Sharks have continued that tradition last year and this year as well.
Red coming back at about this 5-yard line. Ready to receive the kick from Musa Ode. Shot. Red has it midway into the end zone. He's up to the 5, to the 10, and he's going to be dropped back at the 6-yard line.
That was Arnold Staten there on the tackle there. I think that they're going to stop forward progress at the 9-yard line of Dayton.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Sharks. Ball at the 9-yard line. Also coming up at the end of the game, we're going to have the check presentation to the Mobley family. So hopefully they got a nice big check waiting for them, because there is a good crowd, and most of the crowd has stayed for this.
Yet they have stayed for most of it, even with 9 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter.
Man in motion. Pass downfield. It is almost caught by Cooper. Cooper couldn't hang on to it.
That just slipped right out of his hands like I couldn't tell you, like Butterfingers there doesn't really do it justice there. He had the ball in his hands and just slipped right out.
Tommy Jones threw a perfect pass to him, and it just slipped right through his fingers.
And you can see one of the linemen for the Sharks that literally fell down when he saw that miss.
So 2nd and 10, ball resting at the Shark 9-yard line. This time Sawyer comes to the near side. Red to the far side. Ball coming to Jones. Jones tried to get it to Sawyer. Ball batted away. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10 from the 9-yard line of the Sharks with 8:05 to go here in the game.
Going back to that one missed pass, that was more of a godsend for Detroit than anything else, combined with this other incomplete pass here for Tommy Jones. This could be a good stop for Detroit if they can get the ball back after preventing Dayton from getting some more points on the board.
7:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Sharks lead at 38-14 or 38-18. This time Sawyer to the near side, Red to the far side. Man coming in motion is Red. Pass dumped off to Fales. Fales is up to the 10 and breaks away and not going very far.
I think they're going to spot him maybe just inside the 10-yard line. So not really much of a gain there.
The pass was to Cooper.
Oh, it's to Cooper. Again, we got to get our stats from the official statistician next time.
Yes.
That's actually what we did down at Lexington.
Is that right?
Yep. So 4th down and 9, or is it 3rd down and 9? It's 4th and 9, and they're going to go for it.
And
very gutsy play there.
We're going to have a timeout called by the Sharks with 6:59 to go in the game. It's a media timeout. So
it's a media timeout as well.
So 6:59 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Sharks lead at 38-18.
It's time. JJHuddle.com, Ohio's original high school sports website and favorite online community, has gotten a complete overhaul. Highlights include tablet and mobile-friendly designs, customized homepages, new forms, completely free content, mobile alerts, and statewide real-time scoreboards for football and basketball. Also new to JJ Huddle's updated look introduces school-specific pages complete with scores, local news, and Twitter feeds. If it's happened, it's here. A 24-hour specialized news stream covering your favorite communities and schools. Same brand, brand new experience. It's the new JJHuddle.com.
And if you would like to advertise on the Gem City Sports Network, just send us an email. Get on our get on gemcitysports.com and click on Contact Us, and we will send you a rate sheet. And believe me, it's a lot cheaper to advertise with us than it is a lot of other people.
So more than you think. Also gets more information at gemcitysports.com/sponsorship. I believe that's the website. Let's see if I can get over there really quickly.
So it'll be 4th down and 9 from the 10-yard line.
Indeed, it is. GemCitySports.com/sponsorship, or if not, it will be shortly after this game. And yes, that's what it is. So it's going to be a field goal attempt, but really more of a pseudo punt.
Yeah, Mahaffey will attempt it from the 1-yard line. Kick is up, and it's coming down, and Bowman's going to let it go into the end zone off the wall. He's going to pick it up. Gets it out to the 5. He's to the 10. He's to the 15. He's to the 20. Breaks away. And he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 15-yard line of Dayton.
He spun out of a whole bunch of tackles there, and a very, very good return there, and great field position for the Detroit Thunder on this next drive here. Got a chance to close the gap here.
Yep, 6.5 to go, and they're going to have to hurry up and get 3 touchdowns if they want to tie this game up.
They can do it. I mean, they've stopped Dayton. They've only limited Dayton to 8 points this whole second half.
And it's been 8-6 here in the second half. So each team has scored, but Dayton has got the 2-point conversion. So Bowman on the far in the backfield along with David Hill. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Bowman going into motion towards the line of scrimmage. Thomas back to pass, looking downfield and tried to get it to Bowman, and it goes out of bounds and into the seats.
Yeah, that pass was well short off the turf there and just bounced up and into the stands. A free souvenir for the fans.
One kid in section, what is it, 20?
I think it's
30?
30. I think it's 32.
32, okay. I used to know these sections by heart.
Well, you were here so much back as a statistician for the original Dayton Gems.
Yes. So we got this time Eubanks going out wide to the left. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Handoff to Hill. Hill to the 10. Gets to the 13 before that's a fumble, but they're going to mark him down at the 13-yard line.
They're going to stop forward progress at the 13-yard line. So gain of a couple of yards for the Detroit Thunder with just under 5 minutes to go here in this 4th and final quarter.
Well, I'm going to sleep good tonight. That game down at St. Clair took it a lot out of me, and so did this one.
Oh, yes.
Congratulations goes out to Marcus Stewart and the St. Clair Tartan Pride, a 1-point victory over the Columbus State Cougars, and then Jeff Price and his crew for a 22-point win over Columbus State.
20th win of the season for Jeff Price and his crew.
Here comes Harris in motion. Back to pass, and the pass is intercepted by the Sharks at the 5-yard line. Have to see who got it.
Who got the pick on that? I want to say it was number 21, was it? Whoever it is, he's extremely happy. A little jig and 21. A spike of the ball, and it is 21, Dante Johnson on our sheets.
So the Sharks will take over. 1st and 10, ball at their own 8-yard line, or make it the 7-yard line.
As we were saying before, Detroit needed a score in this possession after a good stop on the defense. And just like that, they got the wind taken out of their sails thanks to Dante Johnson's interception there. Just under 4 minutes to go, 3:46 to go exactly. 20-point Sharks lead.
Some of the Shark faithful heading for the exits. So Jones in motion, or Jones back to pass. Has
it's Michael Davis. I'm sorry.
No, that is
that was Cooper.
Eugene Cooper on the catch.
They're going to spot it at about the 10-yard line. It looks like, so gain of about maybe 2.5. Yep, a gain of about 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7 for the Sharks.
Ball resting at the 10-yard line. Hopefully, after the game, the Sharks will present the check to Sean Mobley, and they will let us all know what it is. And Sawyer comes to the near side. Red going in motion. And fumbled by Jones. Jones gets rid of it and gets Red down at the 20-yard line.
They're grueling it a catch. Despite the protests of the Detroit Thunder, they're marking it a catch just in play at about the 20-yard line, so it'll be a 1st down for the Sharks with 2:38 to go here in this 4th quarter.
Ball at the 21-yard line of Dayton. 2:28 and counting. Ball See, we have Sawyer coming to the near side. Red will be going into motion. And he comes into motion. This time a handoff will go to, that's a new running back in there. I didn't see. Demetrius McRae gets the carry.
Listed as a defensive back in our sheets here, so he's getting some action on the offensive side of the ball.
So 2nd down and 9. 2 minutes to go here in this one. Sharks lead it by 20, 38-18. 152 and counting.
And the referee's kind of giving up on that banner there that keeps falling over.
Cooper to the near side. Red coming into motion. Jones back to pass. Has Cooper at the 24. He's to the 25, down to the 20-yard line. And he's brought down by big number 56, Steven Chester.
And again, let's see where they spot the ball officially. It looks like it's going to be at the 21-yard line of the Detroit Thunder. And it's going to be 3rd down and what is it? It's going to be a gain of. I can't see where the other yard marker is. It went down there, so
there
but it's going to be a little bit short. Maybe
3rd
about 3rd and 2.
Ball resting at the 21. Jones back in the shotgun once again. Sawyer to the near side, and a 1 minute warning.
It's the 1 minute warning.
So 1 minute left in this game, and a good crowd will see a Sharks victory. The Sharks will improve to 2-0, and the Thunder will fall to 0-2.
Dayton Sharks will be back in action next week, a week from tomorrow on Sunday, when they travel to Marion, Ohio, to battle the Marion Blue Racers in what's being called the Ohio Bowl. Kickoff is set for 4 p.m. And for more information, log on to the Dayton Sharks website at www.daytonsharks.com. And for tickets, call the Sharks office at 513-386-9077. And to listen to this game here, come back here to gemcitysports.com or onto our other site, to the Michigan Regional Sports Network at mrsn.us. We want to thank them for simulcasting our game here from the Gem City Sports Network. We want to thank them all.
And you'll be over in Marion next week?
I will. Looking forward to it.
I'll tell you what, that might be a dandy over there, because that's the top 2 teams in this division. And there's the whistle. Red goes in motion. A handoff this time goes to number 7, and that is Demetrius McRae. He's in for the score. Touchdown, Sharks.
From the 21-yard line, Demetrius McRae, he dashed into the end zone, zipping by defenders left and right. And another 6 points on the board for the Sharks with 55.8 seconds to go here in this one.
That hole was so big, I could have gone through it.
Yeah, you could have gone through it, but I don't know how fast you would have gone there.
Oh, it would have been closed up after I got about 3 yards.
And don't worry, Doug, I probably wouldn't have gone any faster.
I would have collapsed and died right there. They wouldn't have had to tackle me. I would have collapsed and died there. So Mahaffey will try the extra point. The Sharks lead it 44-18. So Mahaffey will try the extra point. See if he can get on the board this time. Good snap. Kick is up, and this time it is good. Mahaffey makes his first field goal of the year.
To a standing ovation here from the faithful here in Dayton, Ohio. You feel at one hand you got to feel good for Mahaffey, but you got to kind of feel bad for him as well.
Yeah,
he's got some bad breaks here for the first 4 times, and didn't really get a whole lot of breaks in the game against Lexington, but he got it. It got the crowd on their feet, and now the Dayton Sharks lead 45-18, less than a minute to go.
And Mahaffey will kick off. Bowman will be back deep for the Thunder, as well as number 5, and that will be Alan Freeman. Freeman on the near side, Bowman on the far side, both standing at their goal line. And Mahaffey will be kicking off from the goal line just to our right. So the Sharks are going to improve to 2-0 on the season as they get ready to travel to Marion to take on the Blue Racers. The Blue Racers play Erie tomorrow up in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Again, we're talking about two top teams that are playing Marion and Dayton next week. Dayton's been kind of left out of the conversation when it comes to the top teams in the CIFL. All the fans are talking about, the Erie Explosion, the Saginaw Sting and such. Let's not forget that the Dayton Sharks were the number 2 team in the CIFL last season, and most of that team is back this year.
Here comes Mahaffey. Nice end over and kick coming down, and Freeman has it. He's to the 10. He's to the 15, to the 16, to the 17, and brought down there at the 18-yard line.
He was first brought down to the ground by James Smarks there. He didn't get the full tackle, but again, it set up the other guys to tackle him down and bring him down at about the 18-yard line of Detroit. So it'll be first down and 10 with 48.8 seconds to go. Slap the porpoise. This one's over.
Yeah, it's been over. But
I'll give credit to that phrase there to Mike Hogwood.
What's that?
I'll give credit for the slap the porpoise phrase to Mike Hogwood.
Okay.
I believe he's with the SEC network, but I've heard that when Ring of Honor used to be broadcast on HDNet.
Okay, Bowman out wide to the left. 2 wide receivers to the near side. Bowman coming into motion to the near side. He's going towards the line of scrimmage. And Thomas back to throw. He's heading down for Bowman, and it's incomplete to Bowman.
Bowman was right behind. Who was that? I can't see who that was. Was that Demetrius McCrae playing defense now?
Could be.
Yes, it was Demetrius McCrae there. McCrae was in a better position to make the catch, but he was shoved in the back there by Bowman.
So
no flag from the officials there, but don't think the ball was catchable anyway.
It wasn't. 42.3 seconds to go. 45-18 Dayton. This time we have Bowman and Eubanks coming to the near side with Hill in the backfield. Man in motion is Frike. Thomas back to pass. Looking. He's going to run with it. He's got plenty of room. He's to the 20, the 25, down to the 20, and out of bounds at the 19-yard line of Dayton.
They're going to mark him out at the 19-yard line of Dayton. They'll stop the clock with 32.8 seconds to go.
That'll be good enough for a first down. Ball resting at the 19-yard line. Detroit trying to get on the board once again before the end of the game.
They're going to run the clock again. They didn't say he was out of bounds.
This time Freeman comes to the near side. Frike goes into motion. Thomas back to pass. Throwing down towards Frike, and a pushing it back by Vittorio Jones.
I'm surprised there was no flag there. Pass was intended for, was that Nathan Frike.
So Vittorio Jones gets the incomplete pass there. 20.3 seconds to go here in this one. The Sharks lead it, and the Sharks will win it 45-18 unless the Thunder comes up with a score. So Bowman going to the near side. Hill in the backfield. Frike will be in motion. Frike in motion now towards the line of scrimmage. Thomas back to pass. Looking downfield, and what do we have? An interception? I can't see.
I think we've got, I don't know, was it a double catch? The Sharks are celebrating like it's an interception, and I think that's what the call is.
Vittorio Jones gets the interception, and that's going to do it.
That will pretty much put the game on ice here. Ball's going to be at Dayton's own 2-yard line with 14.3 seconds to go. And unless Dayton really wants to get another score, I think that's going to be it.
Well, they have to move the ball forward. They cannot take a knee. So they have to move the ball forward. That's one of the rules.
They must attempt to gain yardage. That's been a long-standing rule in indoor and arena football, and it's a good rule to have.
So 14.3 seconds to go, and coming up at the end of the game, we will have the check presentation by Corwin Thomas to Sean Mobley. Man in motion. Handoff this time goes to Fales, I think.
They're taking him down at about the 7 or 8 yard line as the fans count down the clock.
And there it is, the final score. The Dayton Sharks 45 and the Detroit Thunder 18. The Sharks move to 2-0 on the season. The Thunder falls to 0-2. Guys shaking hands, and they're getting ready to invite the fans onto the field for autographs here, and we're also going to have the presentation of a check to the Sean Mobley family.
While we're waiting for that with the 14, again, the final score of 45 to 18, let me go over the scoring summary for you while we wait for things to happen. First off, in the first quarter, it was Tommy Jones pass to Norman Young for 31 yards. The extra point by Mahaffey was no good to the left. That was with 13 minutes, 33 seconds in the first quarter. That made the score 6-0 in favor of the Dayton Sharks. With 5 minutes to go in the first quarter, Dayton struck once again with Tommy Jones to Evan Sawyer, a 16-yard play. Again, the Mahaffey extra point was no good to the right, which made the score 12-0 in favor of the Dayton Sharks. With about 24 seconds to go in the first quarter, Detroit finally got onto the board as Edward Thomas's pass to Nathan Freich was good for 16 yards. The extra point attempt by O'Day was no good, blocked. That made the score 12-6 in favor of Dayton, and that's the score at the end of the first quarter. Dayton got on the board again to start off the second quarter with about 12 minutes and 10 seconds to play. It was a Rayshawn Jeter run for 2 yards into the end zone for the score, and the third straight miss by Ryan Mahaffey. His kick was no good to the right. That made the score 18-6 in favor of the Sharks. The Sharks got on the board again with 6:13 to go in the second when Tommy Jones passed to Robert Red for 11 yards, was good in the end zone. And I'm sorry, I thought I felt my phone there go for a second. And was that Norman Young's run into the end zone was no good. And that made the score 24-6 in favor of the Sharks. And then with 17 seconds to go, the Sharks got on the board yet again with a Tommy Jones pass to Evan Sawyer for 2 yards. And the Tommy Jones to Robert Red attempt for a 2-point conversion was no good. That made it 30-6. And on the last play in the second quarter, Detroit was able to get back onto the board when Edward Thomas ran the ball for 6 yards into the end zone. And the run attempt by Garrett Hoskins was no good. That made the score 30-12 at halftime. There was no scoring to speak of at all in the third quarter, which is extremely rare in this sport. But scoring got back up quickly in the fourth quarter, specifically at 14 minutes and 20 seconds when Tommy Jones threw a 12-yard pass to Robert Red in the end zone. And the first conversion of the game was good when Tommy Jones pitched it back to Marcus Fales, who got the pass off to Robert Red. That was a good 2-point conversion to make the score 38-12 in favor of the Sharks. And then Detroit was able to get back into the game with a 25-yard touchdown pass from Edward Thomas to Reginald Eubanks. And the 2-point conversion attempt by Thomas, he was actually sacked deep in the backfield there. That was no good. That made the score 38-18 in favor of the Sharks. And the Sharks get the final score of the game with 55 seconds to go with a 21-yard run attempt by Demetrius McCrae into the end zone. And for the first time today, Ryan Mahaffey's extra point was good to the delight of this Dayton crowd. That made the score, your final score, 45-18.
So we just got the official stats, so if you want to go over them, or do you want me to go?
I'll go over them if you don't mind.
I'm going to...
First off, some rushing summaries here. For the Dayton Sharks, Marcus Fales with 7 attempts, getting 27 yards. Right behind him was Demetrius McCrae with 2 attempts for 22 yards. Both Fales and McCrae each had a rushing touchdown. For the Detroit Thunder, Edward Thomas, the quarterback, actually led the team with 8 rushing attempts for 54 yards and 1 touchdown. It was David Hill who had 2 more to get 13 yards. And lastly, Garrett Hoskins had 2 for 5 yards. Finally, Reginald Eubanks had 1 attempt and lost yardage on that play. He lost 4 yards on that play. I should also mention that Evan Sawyer also had 1 attempt for the Dayton Sharks and lost 1 yard on that play. In the passing area, the winning quarterback, Tommy Jones, 30 attempts, 20 completions, no interceptions for 211 yards and 5 touchdowns. On the other side of Edward Thomas, 31 attempts, only 7 completions, so good passing defense there for the Dayton Sharks. He was picked off 3 times while he gained 82 yards and threw 2 touchdowns with his long at 26. In receiving, and the leading receiver for the Dayton Sharks was Eugene Cooper with 6 catches for 60 yards and no touchdowns. Robert Red was just right behind him with 5 completions and 60 yards and for 2 touchdowns. Derek Shear was right behind him with 4 receptions for 54 yards and 1 touchdown. And number 4 was Evan Sawyer with 3 receptions for 26 yards and 2 touchdowns. For the Detroit Thunder, Nathan Freich had 2 receptions for 42 yards and 2 touchdowns. Reginald Eubanks also had 2 receptions for 24 yards and no touchdowns. Third on the chart was James Harris with 1 reception for 10 yards. And lastly, it was, I've got a Smith here, but he's not on our sheet here. I apologize. But he had 1 reception for 4 yards. I'm sorry. And for field goal returns, the Sharks did not, Detroit Thunder did not attempt any field goals, so they didn't return it at all on field goals. But Smith again had 2 returns for field goals for 71 yards, with the longest being 41. For kickoff returns, Robert Red returned it twice for 34 yards. Meanwhile, for the Detroit Thunder, Smith, who's not on our sheets, had returned it 3 times for 55 yards overall. We had another 2 returns by Freeman. That was, I'm not seeing a Freeman on our roster, Doug. We got a whole bunch of missing stuff here again. I don't want to say that's the last time we get stuff from the Detroit Thunder front office, but Freeman had 2 returns for 53 yards overall, longest being 32. And finally, James Harris had 2 returns for 29 yards. And finally, again, and that'll do it here, time of possession as well. Detroit possessed the ball. This is shocking. Detroit possessed the ball for 34 minutes and 24 seconds, more than half the game, and yet they only got 18 points, whereas the Sharks, 25 minutes and 36 seconds there, so a very efficient offense from the Dayton Sharks.
Well, it looks like the Sharks, they're allowing the people to come onto the field, it looks like. Or no, they're just setting up.
They are just setting up. Some of the Sharks fans, some of their friends and family are taking the field first here. If tradition serves me right, I believe they're going to open the doors to our left side. The locker room entrance is to our right side. They're going to open that up. They've got some tables lined up here where fans can get their autographs. Although, if history serves me right, I don't know if the tables are going to be very effective.
Well, they haven't said the total for the Mobley Foundation or for Mobley's.
It looks like the PA announcer's on his way out.
So we're gonna call it a night here.
Okay.
And we will have the total for you on our website.
Or just check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/GCSN Sports and catch us on Twitter at GCSN Sports for that number. I'm sure the Sharks will tweet it as well.
Yes.
I believe that's at Dayton Sharks.
Yes, and that will do it for us here at Hara Arena. This is Doug Brown for Brian Reese saying so long with the final score. The Dayton Sharks 45 and the Detroit Thunder 18.
It's 50. Is it? Yes, it was 18. I'm an idiot.
So
hit me on the head before we go off the air.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Jamie Day Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate, Sinclair Community College, the
Miami University Middletown, JJHuddle.com, the Dayton Demons, and, of course, the victorious Dayton Sharks.
So that's going to do it. So we will talk to you next week from Marion, Ohio, as the Sharks take on the Marion Blue Racers. So this is Doug Brown saying, for Brian Reese saying so long from Hara Arena with the final score, the Dayton Sharks 45 and the Detroit Thunder 18. Good night, everyone.
I did not like that broadcast. I didn't either. Just one little thing that I'm noticing.